coming online tonight to discuss something of the utmost importance. And that thing that I want to discuss is the latest tactic employed by the UK troll and her good buddy, the Boohoo Effect, possibly working in cooperation with Dean Roger Ray.
I seriously don't think it would be in their best interest to cooperate with me, because I'm a truther, and they are trolls. Although if a troll wants to cooperate with me and give me information on another troll that they dislike, I don't mind that. But as far as me working with trolls, I don't think so. But anyway. You're an interesting guy, Cancermannightmare. Very interesting.
Tinkerbell. Now, over the course of the past week, or several weeks, I have found myself in a bitter exchange between the Boohoo Effect, UK Troll, several other sock accounts. Not so much Dean, although Dean recently came back into the picture. Well.
See, this is a fact. I never left. I just haven't talked to you. You see, I never left. I kept watching you, examining the changes that were made when I took myself out of the picture. What I was concentrating on was Tesla Brotherhood 1 through 5 to see if it was you, or Dark Zodiac, or Montegraph. I don't know who Tesla Brother 1 through 5, the Dark Zodiac exposure. Once I pulled myself out of the picture, you guys exposed yourself, because you had no longer need for those accounts. I had my suspicions, of course. Every time I went online and spoke to you guys, those accounts were actively trying to be my friend and be working. But when I went offline, they went offline. So obviously working with you, because you guys got a lot of effort to do. You got a lot of work to do, and it takes a lot of effort on your side to pump the crap that you guys are pumping. Because you know what? Even though at the end of this video, UK Troll, here be monsters, even at the end of this video, the fact that you try to pull so much authority in your voice, you're nothing more than a troll, Cancermannightmare. Nothing more than a troll. See, I don't believe you even have a license to be a police officer. See, I think I know what you are. You're one of those little puppy dogs that chase police cars. And the police pet you on the head and use you as a, what do you call those? Informant. See, I don't think you're a real police officer. I think what you are is a corrupted cop's informant. And that gives you privileges to go do live fire demos and show off weapons. And the masked cops that are beside you are probably the real thing, but you're not. See, that's what I figure. You're just an informant. Okay? Trying to use your voice and act like the big deal. But seriously, I still think you're a pawn. And I believe I got proof, because you took a lot of risks. And I don't think you want those risks leading back to any police department, what you're doing here. The murder of William Weeks is one. The murder of Brianna Greathouse. Say that right? Greathouse. That's number 2. Okay? That's all done by corrupt cops trying to follow the NWO. Now, I just got a note from Tesla Brotherhood 1 saying, oh, there's no link from UK Troll to the higher echelons. You know, and don't try to make out that there is. Well, who protects you guys? Who gives you access to those firing lanes that look like they're FBI, CIA, or police, RCMP if it was in Canada? Who gives you the right to walk in there and show off firearms and prove you're part of the family, right? Who gives you the right? Okay, Obama has already handed over tons and tons of guns to some drug cartel, but that's no, that's no mystery, because you look underneath them, and who do they got as they're, working in the government there underneath Obama? They got the Clintons, which are criminals, and they got that guy that started the Al-Qaeda, and he was handing out weapons. So it's no surprise that Anonymous was fighting the drug cartels too. And it's no surprise what your game is here. Okay, the details run deep. And the further you dig yourself in a hole, the further you're going to go. Trolls are protected like pawns. They're protected by higher echelons. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Now, you're protected by YouTube, because why would YouTube allow such evil, dastardly people to fight online and create this Hegelian battles, okay, that go nowhere? And people don't buy into this crap. These guys are fake. Fake arguments, fake games. They trade places, trade loyalties like Sunday breakfast. They'll go from pancakes to sausage, back to eggs. You take a look at what these guys do. Montegraph was friends with UK Troll. Montegraph was friends with Von Helton. Cancermannightmare was friends with Von Helton. Now he's enemies with Von Helton. This is it would be like a terrible emotional issue of these people and loyalty, but it's meant to twist you around. They're trying to stir things up so you can't see straight. And the sooner that you see that, the sooner you see what these guys are about, the better. This guy is nothing but a troll. Okay? He gives the illusion that he's got all these live fire demo shooting starts at, and then he shows off his guns, and he shows off, all these weapons that are probably delivered to him under lock and key and then taken away again. Because he is a informant. That is all he is some little weasel these guys the cops picked up to protect Anonymous. Make no mistake what this guy is. Okay? And from the things that he said out of his mouth, he's got no power. Except for a stern voice. And let's hear that again. Oh yes, let's hear that again.
No room for doubt. Now hear this. I have not blocked you in the past. I am blocking you now. Congratulations. You are the first person who has been blocked on the Cancermannightmare
You're a troll. You block everyone. You can't handle the truth.
channel. Cancerman COINTELPRO out.
I'll admit, I have some few people's children here on YouTube. People ruining it.
Oh, and there's that interesting little bit about on this same video. It's called UK Troll Here Be Monsters, and on this video he says
For you to be in that type of environment, being the way you're willing to behave when it comes to total strangers. You do not like Forrest. You believe that Forrest had sex with a woman and drove her to come to his home and try to kill him. You leave out the fact, or you conveniently overlook the fact, that it was Brianna Greathouse who took it upon herself to acquire a firearm and to drive several hundred miles to this individual's house. And when caught, killed herself several weeks, or a few weeks before the trial.
how convenient that she killed herself before hitting a trial of public peers. See, I don't believe that story, Cancerman. I don't believe what you're attempting to cover up. See, what would be really cool is if we can get enough attention on you to expose the fact that you're covering up for Greathouse and Weeks and the murder of both. because they're basically, something went wrong, didn't it? And yeah, there's something big time wrong with Great House's murder, and there's a lot of people that see it. You see, there's a lot of people that see she was murdered and that didn't commit suicide. And the same goes for William Weeks. See, I believe he was murdered because he was starting to talk, and he was starting to expose Montegraph. You see, and you are protecting those trolls. Montegraph sits on Blog TV and controls a pile of trolls, and he sends them out so that no truthers are allowed to steal the limelight on YouTube. So that Von Helton, Macca Electric, and who else, all their friends they support, can sit there and doomsday people for 2012, 2016, 2020, 24. They can sit there and keep people contained, gifting little bits of truth, gifting little bits of useless knowledge. Like the news, CNN, they'll ridicule Von Helton, but they won't put a guy like me on to ridicule. Because, just like the trolls, you can't handle my material. You gotta silence it as soon as you can. You can't draw attention to it. Because you cannot handle the truth. As soon as I go offline, I'm gone. There's no Mad at Dean for very long. Because you can't keep drawing attention. That denotes an intelligence beyond the foolish crap you guys are pulling now. So you got handlers. And you got protection. And Tesla Brotherhood 1 through 5 and the Dark Zodiac Exposer, they, like Tesla Brotherhood 1 sent me a message that these trolls are not linked to the higher ups. Yet you're the ones keeping everybody in confusion, everybody in tight containment for the New World Order so that they can put the banks in power that are stealing everybody's money, keeping everybody starving so they can activate a eugenics program and just be like Kosovo, you stash army, real nasty crap that's coming. So yeah, I know who I'm fighting. But see, seriously man, Cancerman, no matter how much authority I think you have, I still think you are an informant. Because no one on the planet would want you linked to any agency. Because you simply don't represent the people. It's that obvious that you represent the trolls. And you bounce all over trying to protect these trolls. You can't claim undercover work anymore. No undercover operative working on the side of truth would act like you. You can't claim it. You can't go into these groups and be buddy-buddy and go undercover. You can't. You just can't. Because guess what? You know all the identities already of everyone. Just like you know mine.